how to sell high ticket coaching programs. Okay, look, right now you're probably charging cheap rates. You need to stop that. Okay, literally before I break through, like literally how Tyson was able to do a 5K sale and literally just raise his price from 3.5 to 5K. Right, these strategies help so many of my coaches. Even helped me win Alex Ramos's school games competition. There I am, right there, little flex check, right, and it's also helped so many coaches, over 600 in this community, get results. So there you go. You're welcome. Okay, cool. So just for context, Tyson is like maybe like been working with us for about 5 6 months, right? Literally, him even charging $3,500 for like a 3 month coaching package is more than what most coaches charge that've been doing it for years. You're probably charging maybe 200, 300 USD below. Let's stop that, okay? So I'm gonna dissect what we're teaching Tyson and all of our coaches. So literally, you can take this and just run with it, okay? So I'm gonna go into like all the framework that you need to do to when you get a prospect on a call to actually close them and collect the cash. But most importantly, get them results. That's the most important thing. So all my coaches charge high ticket price, but it's very, very important that they deliver results. That's the most important thing. Okay. So you can go ahead and pause his right here. What if you want to read what Tyson wrote, right? But we're gonna get right into it on the basically the rules that you need to follow when you hop on a sales call. I need you to pay attention because if you're like, oh, spacing out, oh, I don't want to really pay attention, then that's the reason why you're not getting. That's the reason why you're working with broke clients, cheap clients. You have a high turnover. You're not making the desired revenue that you want because of where you're at right now in your thinking. So stop that, okay? And then lastly, if you need help implementing any of this in your coaching business, check the link down below for guaranteed results. Anyways, so yeah, number one, it's like a pre-call framework. You got to set the tone before the call, right? With whatever prospect, okay? This call is a fit check, not free coaching. You see, a lot of coaches, what happens when they get on calls with people, they treat it like a coaching call because it's very easy, especially when you're not getting calls booked in the beginning, or you're a nice person, you want to give free coaching. You make it into a coaching call to where you're just helping them. I've been there in my earlier days. I know all about it. And then you literally lose the sale because you build no value. You gave them free game, and then they just walk away. Okay, it is not a free coaching, right? It is based. Oh, right there. Let me go back. It is not free coaching. This is a fit check. So like the line that I use when I hop on calls with people, right? And my team does is like, hey, on this call, I'm giving you an overview. Kind of what we say is like, hey, look, on this call, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions about your business, kind of to see where you're at, right? And then when I just butchered it right now. I'm gonna leave it there because it's pretty funny. I say, go back, hey, on this call, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions about your business and just see where you're at, right? And then towards the end of the call, if I feel like I can help, I will gladly let you know, and we'll just go from there. Sound cool? That's what I say. There you go. That's awesome. So, cool. So, yeah, I always remember you're the authority from the first message. Like, you literally set the tone. Like, you are in the driver's seat. You got to remember that you are driving the vehicle. Okay, they are passenger, and you are driver. Right? If you're not controlling it, they're going to be driver, and you're going to be passenger. That you do not want to be on those calls. They're annoying. Okay. So call structure, okay? This is literally the same framework we use in Client OS, right? Client operating system, okay? Intro, dig, diagnose, decision, payment. That is it. Like literally, that's literally what you have to follow, right? It's like put that in bright red for you. Intro, you dig, diagnose, decision, payment, right? We're gonna get into that right now, okay? Number one, 80% of them talking, 20% you leading. Like you being like, so if someone says to me, oh, AJ, I'm not getting clients. Cool. I'm not gonna say, awesome. Yeah, what about how long have you been posting on Instagram? I'm like, no. Like basically, if I ask them how long have you been getting clients, and they say, oh, I haven't been getting clients for a couple years, a couple months. Why? When did that start? Like I'm diagnosing, I'm like a doctor, right? So it's like intro, you're digging into it, you're diagnosing it, and you're getting the decision, right? But to kind of get back to here, right? It's 80% of them talking, 20% of you leading. Always remember that, right? If you are talking the most, you're gonna lose a sale. Like you need to just, I mean this in the most loving and respectful way. When you hop on sales calls, you need to shut up. Okay. You probably talk way too much. Bite your tongue, whatever it is you gotta do. Okay. You're inspecting their business, not chatting. Like literally you're diagnosing a problem. It's like when you go to the doctors, right? You have a problem, right? It's like they're asking you questions, leading questions, they're gonna diagnose what's wrong, right? They're not gonna be like, hey, throughout the whole thing, yeah, so how's your day? Da, 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 da. They may make some awkward chit chat, but they're still diagnosing your problem, right? So you're there to inspect their business, not to make a friend. Okay, always remember that, okay? Very simple, okay? Pain, how to dig through pain. Like this is very, very important, okay? Shallow answers equals broke calls. What do I mean by that, right? It's like you're going to get these prospects, right? They're going to come to you with problems, whatever it is you're selling, whether it's fitness, whether it's mindset, manifestation, whatever it is your offer is, right? Is if someone, like, let's say, for example, like I used to be a fitness coach and someone said, oh, yeah, I really want to lose 30 pounds, right? I'm going to say, oh, why do you want to lose 30 pounds? Oh, I just, it's time. It's just time. See, that's a shallow answer, but I want to go deep, right? I was like, ask again and dig deeper to find out what the real problem. And then I would say, got it. But you mentioned that it's time now, right? But of course, we've had so much time. But why is now the right time for you to lose blank and get blank? And they're gonna be, well, AJ, blah 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 blah. You see, that is an example of digging deeper. You're literally asking why. Like Tyson mentioned it when Nick's one of our sales coaches in the community, right? Like basically, like ask like a 5-year-old why to everything. That is typically what you need to do, right? You need to ask why for pretty much everything. Okay. If they don't feel pain, they don't buy it. People buy when they're in pain, whether it's emotional, physical, whatever it is. There's some type of level of pain because they're not getting what they want, right? They want whatever it is you're selling because they're on the call, right? But you got to make them feel pain. As weird as that sounds, you have to. Okay, so that's that. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to, okay, future pacing. Okay, use their words, not your words. Like, like for us guys in here, like, when you promise your girlfriend, your wife, or something, and you said something, and then they didn't, you forgot about it, and they're like, well, you said it. Like, no, I didn't. Yeah, because you said blah blah. And they might even bring out a text message you sent, right? Like, that's kind of like what you have to do on calls, right? It's like you got to always repeat their goals back to them, right? So if I'm talking to a prospect and they're like, oh, well, AJ, I'll give you a good example for my offer, right? It's like helping you guys get clients, right? Let's say I'm talking to a prospect, they're like, oh, well, yeah, you know what? I just don't really. I'll think about it. Then I'll say, I was like, well, got it, John. But you mentioned to me that you want to get 5 clients as of yesterday. So what is there to think about? You see, I'm using their goal back to them, right? Connect their vision to their system. Like for mine, it's like, hey, like I'm struggling getting clients. Cool. Like the cool thing working with us is we guarantee you results. You see, they buy the upgraded version of themselves. Like that's what they're buying, right? They're seeing their dream state in their mind of whether it's, whatever it is you're offering, like whatever it is you're selling, is like that's what they're seeing. That's what they're envisioning. Okay. Next thing is gap exposure. Okay. Show the cost of staying stuck. Well, like where are they now? Where they want to be? Why they're not there? Make the problem look expensive, right? So let's kind of go dissect this, right? So for my offer, right, it's the most easiest one, right? It's because I'm doing it, right? So like I've talked to coaches, like where are they now? Like how long have they been struggling with not getting clients? Where do they want to be? Like how much money do you want to make? What's the dream of your coaching business? Do you want to do online, in person? Why they're not there? Like what's getting in your way? Like John, hey, what's been getting in your way if you're doing it on your own for the past year? Right? Make the problem look expensive. Like I literally was talking to a prospect another day. We were talking, and the prospect was like, "Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I didn't even think about it." And I told the prospect, "Well, what's more expensive? You playing blank, or you spinning your wheels for the next year trying to figure it out on your own?" You're like, "Oof, that's more expensive." See, these are questions you need to ask, right? Literally, don't pitch too early. Most coaches fail here. Like, no pitching until they fully understand their pain. So, like, typically, like your call length will usually be about, I like my calls to be 45 minutes with a 15-minute buffer, right? But your call should be at least, I would say, at least 30 minutes, right? So you need to make sure you're asking this question, and then you're dissecting the pain, and then you pitch, right? Because if you're asking shallow questions, you're not digging deeper. That's going to be a problem, a huge problem when it comes to pitching your program, because they're not in a state of pain, that you didn't do yourself valuable, so you didn't present your program valuable, and it just becomes a big headache. Okay. So yeah, awareness, emotional, admission, then pitch, right? So they're aware of the problem. They're aware of the problem, which are there. Make them feel emotional why they're not getting it. Admit that they have a problem, and then pitch. Okay. Early pitching kills high ticket sales. Okay. This is pretty simple, self-explanatory. Like, should be very clear on what you do, how it works, step by step. Like clarity beats hype. Like literally, like I'm gonna actually zone in on clarity beats hype, because I've talked to so many coaches, and like literally they feel like, oh, I need this fancy funnel, I need this fancy website, I need this app, I need this. You don't need any of that. You don't. Prospects care about 3 things: can you help me, how fast, and how much does it cost? That's it. Can you help me? How fast? Can you help me? I'm sorry. How much does it cost? That's all they care about, right? The more clear you are on the call, how they're going to get the results, that's the better, right? The price delivery. This is where a lot of coaches like really mess up on, and this is where I need you to pay attention. Okay, so like price delivery. Okay, price is information, not performance, right? What do I mean by that? It's like sometimes you feel like when you're pitching your program, you feel like you have to talk so much and like, I will you get this, like just pitch it and just shut up, okay? So like for example, like the price of the program is 6 months, $3,000. They didn't freeze. I just stood quiet. That's what you need to do. You need to just shut up. A lot of times you'll drop a price and you'll just ramble like, yeah, so a 6K for 3K. Sorry, 6 months for 3K. You're gonna get blah 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 blah. You're gonna get blah 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 blah. And also too, you're gonna get this, but also you can do payment blah 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 blah. Like just shut up. I love you. I just shut up. Okay. Let the silence and then let it land, and then guess what's gonna happen, which is gonna be the next thing, right? The objections. Look, I don't care if they're your best buddy. I don't care. You guys were chatting about, oh my God, you're from Oregon. I'm from Oregon. I don't care. I don't care. They are going to give you objection. If I take 50 calls in a row, one or two of them will be like a smooth. You're going to get objection. Okay. So, like, for example, like you want to always isolate, verify, and break. So when you isolate the objection, so if someone's saying to you, man, John, like I really want you to help me, I really want to get working with you. I don't know, let me think about it. And then I'm like, okay, got it. Like now, so I can get complete clarity. What is it that you feel like you need to think about? Is it that you feel like it's not going to work for you? Or do you feel like, what is it exactly? Oh, wow, it's the price. Got it. So you isolate that. You want to verify it. You want to say, got it. Okay, so just to be sure, the program all itself is good, but it's just the price getting in the way of you getting started today. They're going to say yes. Okay. And then you break it. Then you can kind of do a payment plan or whatever it is. Okay. So like aside from X, what else is stopping you? Make sure X is the real objection. Like you gotta so like if someone says to you price, because price is always going to be if it's majority of the time price, right? Like partner objections are price, right? It's very, very important that you understand that when you, you got like, it's very important that you understand that if it's like a money objection or time objection, you got to say like, hey, is this the only reason stopping you? Because if you don't ask that question, and let's say say, oh, it's the money, and then you say cool, and then you conquer that, and they're like, well, you know what, I got to talk to my spouse. You see, now it moves something different. Like you gotta like isolate, okay? Very simple, okay? So objections, okay? Think about it. It's just a fear of failing, right? They got to think about it. Maybe they're thinking like, oh, is this going to work for me? Is this the right guy for me? Girl for me, partner. It's literally money in disguise. Like these are like the ones that are like literally like you're going to hear the most, like partner, money, pretty much it, right? You may hear time, but time's kind of baloney, honestly. Because time is, you could break that pretty quick, right? So, think about it. Fear of failing again. Fear of failing again, or, I would just put or money. Very simple. Money in disguise. So like these are very important that you need to like isolate those objections. So there's so much that I need to think about it. I'm gonna say, okay, got it. Now, no worries whatsoever. I completely understand. Now, let me ask you a question, right? Is it that you have to think that this is gonna work for me, work for you? Like you don't feel like it's gonna work for you? Is that it? And then they're gonna say, no, I feel like it's going to work for me, but it's just, I don't know. I've done this before. You see, now it's moving. Partner. Got it. And I got to talk to my partner. Got it. I completely understand what you should have qualified that for sure. Like always remember, you got to qualify them in the beginning, right? Like the decision maker, right? But let's say you didn't qualify them, right? They got it. Like now, John, I totally understand that. Like now, out of curiosity, if your partner was right here, right now, like you got to talk to them. What concerns would they have? Oh, it's just it's because we're doing this, we're doing that. That you got to isolate that, right? The commitment rule, like it's literally like this is the easiest one. No maybes. It's either yes or no. No, I'll let you know later. Like, look, I say this all the time with calls. Like, if you get on a call with a prospect and they're gonna give you probably a lot of every reason that why they can't do something right now. Like, oh, I want to do blah blah blah, but I gotta go home and talk to this. I gotta do da, 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 da. It's like either yes on the call or a no on the call. You need to, if you take anything from this video, right? If you're talking to a prospect, you gotta close them on the call. If you do not close them on the call, you will never see them again. Like they will leave you on red. They will ghost you. It's like they very rare come back. They have, right? For example, like shout out to Brian, right? Brian is somewhere in this community. He made a post about it, and he said he was actually followed up through one of my teams, and he came back. So yeah, very, very simple. Like certainty closes. Is this something you want to move forward with? You got to ask those questions, right? This is a big one. Collect payment on the call. If they leave the call, the sale dies. Verbal financial commitment on the same call. Stay on the Zoom when they complete the checkout. You need to stay on the Zoom. Say, got it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna send you over the payment link right now to go get started. Just let me know if you received that. Cool. Yeah, as you're doing that, I'm just gonna set you up on board. You get the process done. Make sure everything is good. That way, if you need any information, They're okay, cool. And they might say, well, I don't know. You see, if you send them the payment link after the call, you will not see them again. I'm sorry. If you send them the payment link on the call and you say, yeah, go ahead and complete later, you hop off, good luck. The deal won't close. It will not close. Yeah, I can go on and on and on. Yeah, it's funny. Like, yeah, I've had people say, yeah, send me the payment link, I'll do it later. My team's on that too. Like, yeah, I'll do it later, and they never do it because they just don't do it, right? They just want to say anything to get you off the call, right? They're either like funnel hackers or just kind of searching for free information. Closing mindset, the client OS standard. You're selecting, not convincing, right? You're chatting with them. You're seeing if you're seeing if this is a good prospect, and then you pitch. You are selecting. They're not selecting. They're selecting you in a way, kind of, but you also have the power too. You don't have to take them on, right? You're not desperate, right? You got to understand that. It's like sometimes with coaches, like they get this sales breath because they haven't got sales in a while, so they're just like you're doing all these ridiculous payment options, like you're charging cheap. It's like, just get better at sales, dude. You're offering a path, they must choose it. Like, this is the path. Do you want this? You mentioned you want all this. Do you want it? And then, yeah, your confidence what they buy. Very, very simple. Like me, like I've done so many sales calls now where it's like I've had so many objections in a row where just like I've heard this all before, so I stay calm because I know my product can help them if they follow through, and I just be calm, be still. So yeah, this is the Client OS standard. Very, very simple. Like, this is how to sell high ticket coaching. And yeah, if you need help implementing any of this one, you're a real one. Go ahead and check the link down below. Book a call with me and my team. And if you have not subscribed to your boy, subscribe to me. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Peace.